Hi everybody, Max Kevin here. It's the Little Cutie Podcast. It's not too long. That's my happy voice. Everything's gonna be great today. Nothing's gonna go wrong. My grandma says if you start your day with a smile on your face, nothing can go wrong. I read online the other day that if you just smile, just the physical act of smiling makes you feel happier, even if you don't. You just fake it. You just smile and fake it, even if you're not really happy. You know, let's try it. Let's try it out. I'm gonna smile real quick. Nope, didn't work. Anyway, what are you guys doing? No, it's been a little while since my last podcast. You know, I've been pretty busy. Here, let me just think about what I've been doing last couple. Nothing at all. Just nothing. Just not doing anything. Just being a fat lazy fuck. Anyway, yeah, you know, I was listening to the great Joey Diaz. You know, talk about his life, telling stories and stuff. You know, stories coming up in the comedy store in LA. You know, hanging out with everybody, and I was just thinking, wow, I don't have any stories. You know, there's a lot of comedians that tell stories too. You know, but it's like I don't have any. My life is really boring. So I can't be one of them story comedians. I can't, you know, you gotta start out as a joke comedian. Then you can become famous. You start living life. You start living a real life. And then you can tell stories. Then you don't have to write so many jokes anymore. You can just tell stories. Like one time I met Arnold Schwarzenegger. He told me I was flabby and I need to get more muscle. Anyway, what else is going on here? Okay, I made some notes for stuff I can talk about. Yeah, I was walking Zorro the other day, you know, taking a little walk, taking a little walk. All right. Oh, you pooped on the sidewalk. Good boy. Let me pick up your poop, put it in this bag. I'll carry your poop while we're walking. Just taking a walk, carrying your poop. And it's like nighttime, you know. It's like 8:30, you know. And so I'm like walking down the street, you know. And then these Japanese streets, they're pretty small. I don't know if you've ever been to Japan here, but you can't exactly drive a Hummer down the streets, you know. They're quite small there, you know. Like you need a compact car, you know. You need like a Prius, you know, or something thin, you know. But anyway, I'm walking down one of these streets there, you know, and I see this old man. He's laying face down on the ground. He's got like a trash bag in front of him, and he's kind of laying. He's like kind of squirming a little bit, you know, like he's laying face down on the asphalt, just kind of squirming. There's like a trash bag in front of him. Like I walk past him, and then I look back and I'm like, did he fall over? Is this one of these I've fallen and I can't get up things? Like he went to take the trash out and he tripped and now he can't get up? Is that? And I'm looking around. There's like no one else around. Like maybe I should help this guy, huh? I mean, right? There's a dying old man on the ground right now. Maybe I should help him out, you know? So I take out my earphones, you know, take out my earbuds. I go up to the man. I'm like, "Daijoubu desu ka? Daijoubu desu ka?" That means, "Are you all right? Are you all right?" I'm like, "Daijoubu desu ka? Daijoubu desu ka?" And he doesn't say anything. He just keeps squirming. And I don't know. Like, did he hurt his voice or something? I don't know. He just keeps squirming around. I'm like, what is this guy? What's going on here? You know? And he doesn't say anything. And he just keeps squirming. I'm like, all right, well, I got this bag of poop I need to flush down the toilet, so you have a good night, old man. I gotta get out of here, you know? So I start walking away, and you know, and then like the door to his house is open, and I see like his wife. His wife is like getting out of bed. Hopefully she came and helped him. Of course, the next morning he wasn't there, so either he went back in his house or he's dead. I don't know what exactly happened there. I asked my lady friend, I'm like, hey, there was a dying old man on the street there. And she's like, yeah, he's probably just a crazy person, you know. And I'm like, well, why did I stop to help and no one else stopped to help him? He's like, yeah, he's probably just crazy. We got a lot of crazy people in Japan here, you know. We don't have organized religion, really. No Christianity over here. We just got crazy people, you know. They need God. They need Jesus, anyway, so hopefully he's alive. If not, he was pretty old. He must be like 80, 85, something, He's up there, Anywho. Yeah, this week my lady friend has been in a little business trip to Boston, so it's just been me and Zorro. Me and Zorro by ourselves, boys week. Just fucking getting drunk, eating pizza, eating nachos, just fucking watching action movies, dude. Just the boys, dude. Just me and Zorro chilling back. God, Zorro's been barking a lot recently. It's pretty fucking annoying, man. He barks at the birds, He barks at the neighbors. He just likes... Every time he poops, he starts barking, It's like there's a building across from our garden. And like anytime anyone's like walking, going to their house and he sees them, he's like, get the fuck out of here, all right? This is my yard. This is where I do my business, all right? I poop on this grass. Don't look at me while I'm pooping, Sometimes he'll be pooping and he'll be barking. He'll be pooping and barking at the same time, It's just you got to make sure no one's trying to steal his poop, Every week, every day he poops out in that garden, and then magically it's gone the next day. Someone's stealing his poop. Oh, that's me, actually. But anyway, let's see what else we got going on here. That's how about I do? Okay, there's a lot of things that have been making me angry recently. I don't know. Should I talk about that? I just feel like this should be like a funny comedy podcast, not just like things that annoy the fuck out of me. Maybe we'll get to that. Maybe we'll get to that later. Of course, you guys see the new Little Mermaid movie there. The little. I remember when I was a little kid. I was like 5 or 6, and I saw the Little Mermaid there. I saw it in the theaters, and then I remember like maybe a year or two later, my family would get this camcorder, handheld camcorder, so me and my brother were always making movies and stuff, back in the day. Okay, that's another thing. Okay, that's another thing too. Like, man, these kids fucking growing up today, man. They got these iPhones, and they can make movies all the time, man. That was like my favorite thing to do as a little kid, making movies with my friends and my brother. We got the camcorder, we got the handheld camcorder. We make movies all the time, and like we couldn't edit or anything, There was no editing software, so like you had to film it all in order, and then if you made a mistake, you had to like rewind the video and find the right spot, and then press record like right over that. So sometimes there'd be like old scenes that you messed up, you didn't get the timing right, so you didn't record over it and everything. So anyway, it was a fun time back then. But I remember we made this little like parody of Siskel and Ebert. Me and my brother, we were reviewing the Little Mermaid there, and I was like, I don't want to watch the Little bitch, And my brother thought that was hilarious, because I said bitch, even though I was only like 7 years old or something, So anyway, that was a fun memory. Anyway, they got the new one. It's live action. It's live action, and it's multiracial. They got okay. First off, this girl, there's a lot of hullabaloo because she's black, right? But that didn't really. I don't really care about that. But the thing is, the guy who's playing her father, right, King Triton, is that one dude. What's his name? Javier Bardem, right? He's from Spain. What? He's not black. Why is her father? Her father's Spanish, but she's black. She doesn't look. Is she half? I don't even know. But then, of course, you look at her sisters, her other mermaid sisters. They're all different races too. So you're telling me this King Triton guy, he's got like 10 different mothers for all his children, and they're all different races. He's fucking all the different mermaids from every different race, man. And he's not gonna marry any of these women. No one cares. Like, none of these girls have mothers, and they're all. What does he do? He just fucks the mother once, and as soon as they give birth to the Little Mermaid, he just kills their mother, and then he finds a new one. Like, where? All these women, they're all different races. They can't have the same mother, They gotta have 10 different mothers, right? And where did they all go? I can understand, like, one princess, her mother died, but 10 princesses' mother died? Okay, come on. King Triton's clearly a serial killer, right? Is no one else thinking about this except for me? Am I the only one that notices this? Am I taking crazy pills? Right? This guy's fucking mermaids from all over the world, He's got the black mermaid, he's got the Asian mermaid, he's got the Nordic mermaid, he's got the Latin mermaid, all these different mother. No one. Harvey Weinstein, he can't even beat off into a potted plant without being arrested. But this apparently this King Triton guy, he can just fuck women from all over the world. have unprotected mermaid sex. How do mermaids even have sex? I don't know. Like, I guess if they're real fish, they're like the woman just like releases her eggs, and then the male fish just comes along and splooges on it. I guess that's how the fish do it, you know? I mean, they don't even touch each other. That's got to be boring, huh? Be a fish, you know? You're swimming along, and like, oh, hey, what's up, baby? You're hot. You want to fuck? And she's like, oh, yeah, hold on. Let me poop out my eggs. And he's like, all right, I'll wait. I'm waiting. And she poops out her eggs. She's like, all right, now come on my eggs. He's like, all right, I'm going to come on your eggs. She's like, okay, I'm busy right now, so I'm going to go hang out. I'm gonna go hang out with the sharks. So you just hurry up and come on my eggs. Like, where you going, baby? Oh, well, your eggs are still here. I'm going to come on them. I mean, you know, I guess humans are, we're attracted to, the physical form, we're attracted to the bodies of other humans. But I guess when male fish just see fish's eggs, they're just like, oh my god, those fish eggs are so hot. You know what I mean? You guys know what I'm talking about? Like you get those fish eggs at the sushi bar. Those little orange things. They're kind of salty. They taste pretty good, But I guess if you're a fish and you see those things, you're just like, oh my god, look at those tits, Anyway, So King. Yeah, I mean, I understand the racial. They want to make a Little Mermaid black there, but like, shouldn't her whole family be black? I mean, come on, you're having children out of wedlock. That's a big problem in the black community, is it not? Having children out of wedlock. Don't we want to promote like a family? I don't know. Anyway, anywho. And of course, her father has a Spanish accent, and she does. Like, it doesn't make any sense linguistically, I mean, you pretty much, you take the accent of, well, I guess, yeah, I mean, your society influences your accent more than your parents. So I guess that could happen. I haven't actually seen the movie, so I don't know if any of our sisters have different accents, but if they do, that's really going to piss me off, I'm not planning on seeing the movie, but anyway. Yeah, okay, so this actress that plays the Little Mermaid there, Do you know what her name is? Her name is Halle Bailey. It's Hale, maybe Halle? I don't know. And then Bailey, Bailey, right? Halle Bailey. It's like, hey lady, we already have an actress who has a name like that. Her name's Halle Berry, all right? And she won Best Actress for, I don't know what the fuck it was. And then remember when she won the Oscar, she went up there, she was like crying. She's like, oh my God, oh, we finally did it, black women. Oh, Hollywood loves us now. Oh, God, I'm a black woman. I'm so powerful, Oh, I'm Halle Berry. I showed my tits in that movie Swordfish. Oh, my God, I don't like long hair, though. I made short hair hot. Yeah, Halle Berry. I mean, she's so beautiful. It doesn't really matter what her hair length is, Anyway, yeah, it's a good thing Halle Berry's hot, because when you listen to her talk, you're just like, oh, God, oh, my penis is getting soft. Stop talking. Anyway, so this other girl, her name's Halle Bailey, dude. All right, come on. You can't be, there can't be two female black actresses that are breaking barriers with the name Halle Bailey Berry, Come on. That's got to be confusing, man. That's got to be, I mean, us white people, we can't even tell the Asian races apart, They're just like, oh, wow, you're Chinese, Japanese? Laos? That's a country? I don't even... There's only two countries in Asia, right? China and Japan, right? What? You're from Indonesia? I don't know. I've never. Anyway, yeah, this girl Halle Bailey, right? Have you seen a picture of her? Am I the only one that thinks her eyes are like extremely far apart? Like, does anybody else see that? Like, her eyes are like on the side of her head there. I've never seen anyone. She's got to have the most space in between her eyes of like anyone I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, I don't know. Is that like a new evolution or something? All right. What's going on with our eyes there? Yeah. Of course, I remember in high school, one of my friends, he used to make fun of me. He said the same thing about me. He said my eyes were very far apart. He said I looked like a cross between a squirrel and a deer. He called it a squeer. He says, you look like a squeer. And I mean, that doesn't really... I mean, squirrels and deers, they kind of don't... their eyes are on... I mean, every non-predator animal, their eyes are on the side of their head there, so I don't know. I think he just chose those two animals because it sounded like queer. I think that's... He just wanted to call me gay. I think is what it was. He's a doctor now. Anyway, let's see what else is going on. What else is going on here? Oh yeah. Okay, more hot interracial movies. There's a new Scorsese movie, Killers of the Flower Moon. You guys see the trailer for that? Killers of the Flower Moon. It's like that movie, There Will Be Blood, except instead of Daniel Day-Lewis, it's got Leonardo DiCaprio and an Indian girl, and they're having interracial babies. They're having half-breeds. They're making half-breeds and fighting over oil. There's no Daniel Day-Lewis in this one, but it's going to be directed by Scorsese. And it's also got fat Brendan Fraser. Fat Brendan Fraser. I think is De Niro in this one too? I don't know. He might be. I think he probably is because he's a Scorsese. I really want to see that one. Really want to see it. Scorsese, dude. It's a Scorsese mafia movie, but it's about oil and interracial Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, of course, the one thing about that movie, that Leonardo DiCaprio there, his wife's like a 45-year-old Indian woman. I don't know. That's not very believable, you know? They probably should have made his wife like a 22-year-old blonde girl from Scandinavia, you know? Like, I mean, anybody can be like transracial, right? I mean, we can just have the blonde girl play, just be like, yeah, I'm transracial. I'm an Indian. I'm a Native American. I'm a Sacagawea. Anyway, really want to see that one. That one looks pretty cool. I'd see any movie written by Scorsese, and I think maybe I take that back. Actually, I think the Scorsese he made some non. Didn't he make that like ambulance movie or something with Nicolas Cage bringing out the dead? Did he make that one? I don't even know. Really want to see it. Okay. All right. Now for the depressing time talk. Okay. I was just perusing the YouTube there. And it recommends me this video. It's like, look at the Parkland shooter, crazy internet searches, And, so I click it, what the fuck else am I going to do, So I click it there, I'm like, what did this guy search for? And he's like searching for like Hitler's birthday, Nazi slogans. And it's like, well, if I was 12 years old, I searched for that stuff too. It's like, that's not so big deal, And then it goes to this next one. It's like little girls' boobs, children's sex. And it's like, oopsies. Hey, maybe someone should teach him. You can't just search on Google for kiddie porn. No one taught this kid how to search on Google. I mean, I think that's a problem with a lot of these kids these generation. They don't know how to fucking Google. You ever go to like on the Reddit there? People are always asking questions like, hey, do you know? Why don't you just fucking learn how to Google, man? Learn how to just fucking Google it, all right? And apparently, well, no one told this kid. Well, first one thing that the FBI can get your search history there. And also that if you try to search for kiddie porn on Google, you're not gonna find it. Maybe someone should probably have told him that. Anyway, that's what the fuck is wrong with that guy? Not only is he's a murderer, but he's also a racist and a pedophile. He's got the trifecta. He's got the trifecta there, and of course, this guy, I think he was only like, I guess he was 20 years old when he did that there. And I was just thinking like, oh, what the fuck was wrong? What the fuck happened to this guy? Where the fuck were his parents, And then I just Google it. I'm like looking for his parents, or what his parents was. Turns out he was adopted, right? His mom was a drug addict prostitute that just got drunk and did drugs while he was in the womb there. That's got to be good for his development, And then, of course, she gave him up for adoption there. Which, she probably should have just got the abortion. I don't know why. I mean, was she she was in Florida. You can get an abortion in Florida, right? I don't know. I mean, this Roe vs. Wade wasn't repealed 24 years ago. This was like 1998. I mean, you could get abortion. I mean, and she was a prostitute, right? Like how, I mean, that had, being pregnant, that had to cut into her sales, right? I guess, well, I don't know. Maybe I guess there's some people that with a pregnant fetish that would pay top dollar for that, but anywho, yeah. Then I'm reading about this kid's childhood, like apparently, So of course he's fucked up, because he's got like fetal alcohol syndrome or whatever, something. He's born with a big head or something. I don't know what exactly, but he's maybe slightly autistic or something, And then apparently like he was having problems like in preschool, like he didn't even talk until he was 3, which is very well, I guess the best word to say is retarded, right? It's his development was retarded, and I don't mean that in a pejorative sense. I mean like as in to retard, His it was it was there's no better word than retarded. I don't know how else to say it. What's a synonym of to retard? Man, I gotta look this up right here. Retard, to retard, synonym, retard, synonym, delay. Okay. Oh, well, I guess delay. All right. Well, delay. Delay is different. Delay is slightly different. I guess hold back. Yeah, that's a phrasal verb, though. We don't have any. Decelerate. Obstructed. Yeah, I guess obstructed is good. Hampered. That's a good one. I don't know. I kind of like retard because I just like saying it. I just like saying retarded. Encumbered. That means something's too heavy, right? I remember that from my video game days, right? You are encumbered. You need to sell your swords. I guess delayed. Yeah. Anyway, so he wasn't speaking until he was 3. And like he couldn't use forks. He couldn't use pens or forks or something. I don't know. And he was like biting the other kids, and he didn't socialize. And that's a big problem. That's a big problem for little kids. They don't socialize at that young age. The preschool. That's the most important time for development. That's the most important. Okay, that's one thing that's so fucked about our society. Every society across the world. Everyone's like, oh, we need to pay for free college. We need free college, free housing, free food, free condoms, free birth control, free enemas. We need all this free shit. But really, if we really wanted to help our society, we wouldn't have free college. We'd have free preschool. That's the time from 0 to 4 years old is the most important time. I'm just talking to my friends, about like learning languages, teaching their kids languages, and the ignorance and I would say what people think. So okay, I don't know how this is in different. I guess in Europe it's probably people don't think this way, but in Japan, so many people think that children will be confused if they learn a different language when they're young, or they won't be able to learn Japanese or something. I don't know what the fuck. How do these type of thoughts even get in people's heads? It doesn't make any goddamn sense. But I've talked to so many of my friends who have this same way of thinking. They're like, well, I want my kids to learn Japanese. And I don't want them to get confused, or they need to learn Japanese. I'm like, no, it doesn't work like that. God damn it! Haven't you just read one article that you could fucking if you could just read 30 seconds of information could. Oh God! Why does no one? Anyway, anywho, yes, I mean that's like the single best thing you can do for your kid before the age of 4 years old is teach them a foreign language, because it's during that time that your brain is organizing itself, and the languages you learn before 4 years old control your thoughts, control how you think. Your brain stores foreign languages in a different part of your brain as your native language. Right, and you gotta because your native language, your brain doesn't really think of it as a language. It's well, anyway, this is part of the superior worth hypothesis, that word shape culture, which a lot of people sort of don't like it because they take it to mean it like literally, like languages that some people interpret it to think that like languages that don't have certain words. Japanese doesn't have a word windy, right? The adjective windy doesn't exist in Japanese. They say the wind is strong. Right? You have to say the wind is strong. And so some critics of this superior worth hypothesis are like, oh, they don't have a word for windy. That means they can't understand the concept of windy. But that's obviously wrong. But the hypothesis never, the guys that made it never intended it to be interpreted that way. Anyway. The language, your native language, controls how you think. It controls how you think. And so the single best thing you can do for your child is to teach them as many languages as possible up until the age of 4, so that they have different ways of thinking, and they can solve problems differently. And they can approach problems differently with different ways of thinking. Anyway, but of course there is some research that says they need like 1 or 2 hours of exposure per day. So I guess there is a technical limit. Just because of time. because the kids are only awake for like 12 hours a day. So maybe they could probably learn like 5 or 6 languages by the time they're 4 years old. Anywho, I don't have any kids, so it doesn't matter. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about free preschool. You know, I mean that's the single best thing we could do for our society is have free preschool that's just only teaching languages. It's just teaching languages and basic math and art projects and dioramas. You know, anyway, I don't want to get too political here. That Parkland guy should be killed, huh? He should be executed. Yeah, I guess they're debating like if they should execute him or if they should give him life in prison. I mean, of course, I feel bad for the guy for being born to a drug addict, alcoholic, prostitute mother, and then probably his adopted parents were probably something was wrong with them as well, because it doesn't really, even if he had those problems, I don't know, something should have been done before. Like when he's having problems as like a 2 and 3 year old, it's like, that's not good. That's not good. Something's wrong. Something's wrong at home. Anyway, so you kind of do feel bad for the guy, but then of course he did kill 17 people. He did kill 70 people, and I think with most of these guys, they're not capable of being reformed. You know, he has no. It's too late. It's too late. It was, you know, if you kind of read what he was doing as a kid, it's kind of already too late by the time he's like 15, you know, so you should probably just kill him. Probably just kill him. That would probably be better for the parents of this people he killed, you know. I think that would make them feel a lot better than having to live out the rest of their life knowing that this guy's still alive. Anyway, I support the death penalty, I guess. That's what I'm saying. Let's see what else is going on here. I don't know if you guys saw this movie. My lady friend last week. She likes to peruse the Twitter. I don't know if you guys like the Twitter there. It's actually quite popular in Japan. You know, I don't know any American people that actually like go on Twitter as like a social media thing to you know, see what's going on in the world. But a lot of Japanese people do. It's actually quite popular in Japan. You know, so my lady friend, she was on the Twitter there. She shows me this video. Of this like crazy lady who's in charge of like a homeless. I think it was in Seattle or one of those maybe Seattle. She's like part of the homeless. I don't know what the fuck it is. Something with the homeless people. You know, some government agency dealing with the homeless people there. You know, and there's like the 5 people on the committee, and they're like, and the one lady, the leader of the committee, she's like she's morbidly obese, and I guess she's biracial too. She might be. I don't know. She might just be black, but she has pretty light skin, and she has blonde dreadlocks. And well, that's I don't know what she was doing there with her hair or just her body in general. She definitely needs to go on a diet, get a haircut, and maybe just be a better person overall. You know. So anyway, she nominated this one dude to join the council there. And of course, another lady on the council, she objected, you know, and she said, "Well, this guy you want to nominate to the council there, he's actually a convicted sex offender. He is convicted for like I don't know, touching a 13-year-old and like bringing a 15-year-old into a tent or something. Like he had like multiple offenses of you know, child molestation, and also the lady." Herself said, she's like, and I had a bad experience with him. He touched me too. So not only did this guy, you know, molest and rape underage girls, but he also assaulted one of the women on the committee. But then the head of the committee, she nominates this guy to join. And then, like, when the other lady, she's like, "No, I don't think he should join because he's a convicted sex offender and he also assaulted me." The other lady just goes crazy. She's like, "You don't tell me who we can nominate. Everybody needs a home. I don't care if you're a sex offender, you need a home. I don't care if you're a drug addict, I don't care if you're black, you need a home." She didn't mention any of the other races. She only mentioned black people, which I felt that was kind of racist, you know. But anyway, she went on a crazy rant there, and that was I think she's basically the face of the Democratic Party, is what I would say. This fucking crazy lady. Like, how do these crazy people? Like, obviously this woman's crazy, right? She's She's insanely crazy, you know. Not only does she have a terrible haircut and can't stop putting food in her mouth, but she also, I guess maybe she does no research, or maybe she does know this guy is a sex offender. Maybe she herself is also a child molester. I don't know, but somehow she found herself in a position of power. I don't know. I don't know if we should give the government more power because crazy people like this lady want to take it over. Anywho, when I first saw the video, I didn't think it was real. I was like, this isn't real, right? This lady is too crazy, right? This is not real, but apparently it was real. I think if you just Google like crazy homeless Seattle committee lady, you can probably see the video there. It's quite unbelievable. And I think though she was asked to resign, but I don't know if she actually did. I don't know if she actually did or not. What else we got going on here? It's been the medium cutie podcast, man. It's 30 minutes here. Of course, I've been having some trouble with Amazon there. You know, well, as I said before, you know, like with book categories there. You know, I'm like, can you add my book to this category? And they're like, nope. I'm like, all right, well. Can you send this email to your boss? Because I want to know why. Because basically what Amazon does is an AI assigns a score to your book based on the description. And then that AI also assigns categories to your book. And which categories it's allowed to join is based on the score that it gives you, right? So like, you know, if you write a children's book, you know, your score will be like 500 for children. And for like, I don't know, biographies of real people, your score will be 0, you know, because it's not a biography, you know. So basically, the AI determines the categories, and if your score isn't good enough, it can't be added to any category. Like you can ask Amazon to add your books to certain categories, but it needs a certain AI score for the threshold. Otherwise, they can't do it. Right? They don't have any power at all. The Amazon employees have no discretion to do anything. They're all basically working for an AI, right? And I already know this. So I emailed them. I'm like, hey, can you maybe send this? Because basically one of my books is a textbook, and it's not in the textbook category, but there is a blank notebook. It's a blank notebook. You know, just like a book for taking notes. You know, it has blank pages on it where and this is in the textbook category, which is obviously it's not a textbook. It's just a blank notebook, right? It's like that you get at a dollar store, you know? It's like 50 pages of blank pages, and it's in the textbook category. But somehow the AI decided that book has enough points to be in the textbook category, but my book doesn't. And so I write to Amazon. I'm like, hey, could you maybe possibly put me in touch with the team that coded this AI? Because my book is a textbook, and the AI says my score is not high enough, but this is a blank notebook, and the AI says its score is good enough. So I don't know, maybe you might have a bug or something in your AI. So if I could just maybe talk to the people about this problem I'm having. I would like to know why my book does not meet the criteria for the textbook category. If you could please just forward my email to the team there. And they're like, nope, can't do it. We don't know who they are. We're just probably some Indian people. That Amazon hired, you know, because they can pay us less. So, and we don't have any contact with anybody. So, I don't know what to do here with Amazon. You know, I'd really like to talk to the team that codes the AI, that decides which categories the books go in, because they're fucking shit at coding. Anyway, enough about that. Fucking Jeff Bezos, dude. Okay, real quick, we also got the debt ceiling there, dude. The debt ceiling, dude. We need more money. We need a new credit card. Otherwise, we can't pay off our credit card. We need more money. Don't you like how they say like they need more money? Otherwise, it'll be catastrophic. If we don't go into debt, we're gonna have to pay our debt, and that'll be catastrophic. Oh God. The propaganda. You know what annoys me the most, I think, about politics is how dumb the propaganda is. It's like it's not even good. It's not even decent propaganda. It's like insanely stupid. It's like, how incredibly stupid do you have to be to believe this? This dumb shit. Like, it's insulting. It's insulting the level of stupid propaganda. It's like, they don't have any smart people working at the White House. They could maybe, like, punch up their propaganda, when they write those propaganda talking points. There's no one, it's like at the Hollywood movies, when they write those scripts for the movies. Like, no one read the script and is like, hey, this doesn't make any goddamn sense. Maybe we could easily just change this, We don't have any smart people working on this movie. It's like the same thing with these goddamn propaganda political talking points. They don't have any smart people, like, reading that and just be like, hey, this doesn't make any goddamn sense. Anyone with half an IQ is going to know that this is fucking bullshit, right? Like, we could probably write something better that's more convincing, right? We got some smart people working. Nobody? No, we're just going to go with the dumb shit? Oh, all right, well, I still get paid, so I don't care. Anyway, so the debt ceiling is approaching there, of course, and of course the news headlines, like the gold prices are falling, and the news headlines are like, well, the debt ceiling is going to be resolved, and that's why the gold prices are falling, and then like the next day they're like, oh, debt ceiling delay, it's not being resolved, and then gold prices don't even go up, They're like, oh, well, gold prices are low because the debt ceiling is not resolved. It's like, well, hey, yesterday you said it was the opposite reason. What, like, are these headlines just completely fucking made up? They're probably written by an AI too. Oh God. Anyway, so yeah, gold has fallen a little bit in the past couple weeks there, But gold mining stocks. Okay, so Barrick Gold, which is it used to be the biggest, but then Newmont surpassed it. So now it's the second biggest mining company in the world. So their stock was about $20 about 2 weeks ago when gold was above 2,000. Now gold is slightly lower, and it's like $17 now. It went down 15% in like 2 weeks. Barrick Gold is down 15% in 2 weeks for like this tiny change in the price of gold. Like all these gold miners, they're all trading at like the March 2020 levels. They're like in the middle of the crash. And I just don't fucking get it, man. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, why are these gold mining companies so cheap? Anyway, so I'm buying them. I think you should do the same because it doesn't make any goddamn sense. It doesn't make any, like Barrick Gold itself was $30 3 years ago, in August 2020, when gold hit 2080, Barrick Gold was trading at $30. And now gold is almost the same, It's like 1920, 2000, and Barrick Gold is trading at $17. With the same gold price, the stock is almost half what it was. I just don't understand. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Doesn't make any goddamn sense. You know what really helped the debt ceiling? I think if we send more money to Ukraine, I think that's what. Oh, you ran out of money. Oh, did we? Oh, we sent $1 trillion to Ukraine. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Maybe that was not a good idea. Maybe we shouldn't send money to other countries if we don't have any money. You know what I mean? Maybe we shouldn't. Like, do you have any friends that are in debt? Those friends that are in debt, do they ever give you money? Do you ever go up to your poor friend and be like, hey man, can I borrow $5? I know you got $20,000 in credit card debt, but do you think I could borrow $5? I want to buy this hot dog at Costco and then use the other $3 as toilet paper. I don't know. Oh my God, this is a 40-minute podcast. If you made it this long, congratulations. Thanks for listening. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.